Hello everyone, it's that college football guy here with another video. Yeah, it's really, really early in the morning. In fact, it's a little before 6 a.m. here Eastern time. I'm here in Waxham, Michigan. Excuse me. It's a little bit north of Detroit. Up here ready to start getting unloaded about in the next 30 minutes, but I think maybe 30 minutes to an hour. We'll see how long it takes to get this next trailer done. But it's time to do the recap for the 3 games that happened yesterday. Couple of them with first place spot on the line in the MAC. But first off and foremost, everybody please hit the thumbs up on the video. It helps the analytics, helps the video to get seen by more people. Comment on the video. I love interacting with everybody. And subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 200 subscribers. Let's see if we can get there. All right, first up, first game on the list. Got that old trusty paper here. Eastern Michigan and Akron. The Sharks were saying Akron was going to win. Eastern Michigan was going to win, but not cover. Akron wasn't going to cover. Eastern Michigan was going to win and not cover. Well, that was true. Eastern Michigan was a 7.5-point favorite, and they only won by 6. Eastern Michigan beats Akron 34-28, so Eastern Michigan now bowl eligible. Congratulations, Eastern Michigan. Akron, they had a 2 QB approach in this game. Under Cuffler Jr. and Irons, the 2 QBs they had, this is what their stats were combined. 18 of 34, 223 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 picks. Not good. But their one bright spot, I guess, passing-wise, Alex Adams, their super soft wide receiver, 6 receptions for 102 yards, and yes, that 1 touchdown. That was their one bright spot. So the rest of them, you're talking 12 receptions, 121 yards. Not good for the rest of the team. Team rushing, you got 35 carries for 163 yards and 13 touchdowns. Their other super sophomore, Cam Wiley, their running back, 18 carries for 144 yards and 3 touchdowns, which means, yes, folks, the rest of the team was 18 carries for 19 yards. Not getting it done. Defensively, they had 2 sacks and 6 QB hurries, so they did put a little bit of pressure on the quarterback. 1 INT and no fumble recoveries. I think that's how they stayed in this game. For Eastern Michigan, Austin Smith, their sophomore starting quarterback, 16 of 28 for 190 yards, 2 touchdowns and an INT. Not bad. Team rushing, 37 carries, 155 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Samson Evans, their star back, 24 carries for 133 yards and those 2 touchdowns, which means, folks, you do the regular math, it's just the team was 13 carries for 22 yards. Wow. Team defense, 2 sacks, no QB hurries, 3 INTs, and no fumble recoveries. But the difference in the game, it's 6 points, and that's because Jesus Gomez, their freshman kicker for Eastern Michigan, went 2 for 2 on field goals. Pressure cooker spot, man, got it done. So congratulations, Eastern Michigan. Congratulations on being bowl eligible. Now we got Ohio and Miami of Ohio. Ohio's the class of the MAC right now. And they picked up their 7th win on the year, 37-21 over Miami of Ohio. In fact, this game was actually 10-7 at the half. For Miami of Ohio, Brett Gabbert. Last name sound familiar? Well, he's the younger brother of NFL, primarily Tampa Bay Buccaneer quarterback Blaine Gabbert. That's his younger brother. He was 20 of 26 for 244 yards and 3 touchdowns with no INTs. He primarily was focusing on a star receiver. I'm not making the name up, folks. Mac Hippenhammer. Not making it up. He had 8 receptions for 107 yards and all 3 touchdowns, which means the rest of the team was 12 receptions for 137 yards. Not bad. They did decent there. Team rushing, this was bad. 21 carries for 69 yards. No TDs, no yikes. Team defense, 2 sacks, 5 QB hurries, so they were doing something decent there. No INTs or fumble recoveries. Couldn't force a turnover. Ohio, Curtis Rourke, we saw him balling last week. Well, he went 25 of 35 for 362 yards and 3 touchdowns. There you go. Miles Cross, his sophomore receiver, 6 receptions for 133 yards. He kind of spread the touchdowns out. Team rushing, 43 carries for 194 yards and a touchdown. And I hope I'm saying his name right. Saya Bangura, their freshman star running back, 20 carries for 145 yards and that TD. Which means the rest of the team was 23 carries for 49 yards. Not good either. Their defense had 3 sacks and 1 QB hurry. No INTs or fumble recoveries, but when your offense is clicking like that, you really don't need it, do you? Especially when the opposing team can't run the ball worth a darn. So congratulations on Ohio for their 7th win of the year. But we can pretty much guess who's going to be their main opponent in one division. This was in one division of the MAC. I'm not sure. I think it's West East. I'm not sure. But their other opponent, worry about, well, the first place in the other division was Toledo. And Ball State, if they would have beat Toledo, it would have been tied with the same record. Ball State would have been bowl eligible. And Toledo would have been, and they would have had the tiebreaker over Toledo. Well, Toledo decided to put some distance on that and beat Ball State 28-21, picking up their seventh win of the year and basically a 2-game lead on Ball State. Ball State, John Paddock, the statue, Drew Bledsoe 2.0. He doesn't move. 13 of 35, 94 yards, no touchdowns, and 1 INT. Yikes. Team rushing, 39 carries, 187 yards, and 3 touchdowns for Ball State. Carson Steele, their sophomore star running back, 28 carries, 198 yards, and 3 touchdowns. You're like, wait a minute. That means the rest of the team was 11 carries for negative 11 yards. Paddock is a statue. He doesn't move. He gets sacked. Team defense, 2 sacks, no QB hurries. They did get a pick and no fumble recoveries. For Toledo, Taquan Finn, their sophomore star quarterback. Their team is actually, their star pieces are, some of their star pieces are actually pretty young. There are not that many seniors here. Sophomore, 21 of 38 for 301 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an INT. He spread the wealth around passing. Team rushing, 43 carries for 136 yards and a touchdown. Team defense, 5 sacks. Now you see where the negative 11 yards came from. 2 QB hurries, 1 INT, no fumble recoveries. How big was that INT? Marin Hook, their sophomore corner. Ball State was driving to tie the game up, and Marin Hook intercepted the ball for Toledo with 35 seconds left to shut the game down. A game-winning pick. Great move. Congratulations on Toledo. So it appears to be, unless something drastic happens, it's going to be Toledo, Ohio in the MAC championship game. But all things can change. Who knows? So, any of those results surprise you down there? Or anything else? Let me know down in the comments down below. Next video I'm going to crank out real fast. It's going to be a little bit here. Is going to be the prediction show for the games that are happening today in the MAC, as well as the subscriber ranking show. Now, those who don't know about that, when I have 16 schools that are for subscribers, they put their favorite university in the comments. I'm going to check the video at the short I just made yesterday to ask everybody if they wanted to put their favorite school down. And we'll see what it is. If not, we're going to add in and we'll see what happens. So, everybody please, thanks everybody for watching the video. Give me the thumbs up. Be safe out there and please, be good to each other.